Hello my fellow gamers, this is Leo here from the Happily Gaming Cave. Welcome to another episode in the cave. Today we want to share with you our impressions of Ghost of Tsushima by going through different aspects of the game and immersing ourselves in this new Sony jewel to be able to understand what it has to offer, and based on that you can decide whether it is worth buying this game or not. There are many things to consider regarding this game before making up your mind, and we want to help you as much as possible to make that an easy and fun task. Please subscribe if you like the content and smash the thumbs up. This game has been out there for a couple of weeks now. There was a lot of build up and expectation before its release. Sony showed us various bits and pieces of gameplay. We knew it was a samurai game and that it was coming with an interesting story, or so we hoped, after the last few weeks of grieving about The Last of Us Part 2 story fiasco. During the E3 reveal, Ghost of Tsushima definitely showed great potential. Gamers started the countdown to release day, and now, a few weeks from it, it's time to have a detailed look into it. Ghost of Tsushima is one of the latest deliveries by Sony as an exclusive for PS4. It's a new release and there is a lot to it. First off, we'd like to present to you our impressions of the game and what we think the game is like after having the opportunity to play it. Please note, if you haven't played the game yet, there will be no spoilers to the story, so you can keep watching without worrying about spoiler alerts. Ghost of Tsushima is a samurai story, and that alone makes it interesting, since there is so much mystic, real and fable stories surrounding samurais. From its very introduction, the game catches the eye. The story is very complex and with many branches to explore. So many small events popping up, such as helping people with a small task, secondary missions, riding a horse from one location to the next, and then all of a sudden, some bandits attacking. That complexity and random dynamic of events makes it quite exciting. There are things going on all around the world. An open world, which gives you the freedom to explore in any direction you wish. The map is full of interesting points, all of which have something to offer regarding your samurai's improvement. Every location you visit will provide your character with a useful addition to inventory, skills, talismans, and different elements that will somehow aid you in your quests. The map is really well designed. The distances between destinations are close enough and won't take you ages to get from one to the other. But that's not all. The landscape is so pretty that you will actually enjoy the ride. This game is filled with breathtaking scenery, from the vast extended green fields to the massive flower beds that just make you stop and appreciate the glorious landscape. The changing weather is also a very enjoyable experience. The beautiful trees and different types of flowers. The hot spring baths taken in amazing mind-soothing locations, which by the way are also useful to increase your max health when you go in them for the first time. There is even wild animals roaming around, making Ghost of Tsushima a wonderful visual experience. And talking about visuals, Sucker Punch brings us this Unreal Engine 5 powered beauty. The graphics in this game are top notch. The characters' faces are very well captured, and you can even tell what sort of feeling they're going through just by their facial expression, which is definitely a plus. When riding your horse, you can actually see the mud reacting to the horse's hooves, the wind's moving clothes and hairs, cause it's very frustrating to see in certain games that your surroundings are going one way and your character is going another. But that doesn't happen here. When you're fighting enemies, the graphics resolution and FPS are still pristine. All in all, graphically speaking, this game is a treat to the eye. The sound is also really good here. From the soundtrack, which kicks off from the very beginning, to the sound of your sword swinging, whoosh, your horse trotting, arrows flying by, explosions, rain, you name it. It just sounds good. The fast travel system is one of the best we've seen in any game. Many games have systems whereby you can fast travel only from certain points to certain points in the map. But Ghost of Tsushima gives you the freedom to do it virtually from anywhere to anywhere, as long as you discover an area and a point of interest in that area. That's it. That's all you need. And when we say point of interest, we mean any one of them. Nonetheless, in spite of the travel system being so good most of the time, you might just prefer to ride on your horseback to the desired location, given it's such a nice trip full of beautiful places to see and even surprises to be discovered. The upgrade system is also quite extent and customizable according to your preference in fighting style and stance, secondary weapons, range weapons, and basically all aspects related to your character and its performance. You get to grow the legend through playing the game. When you start this game, you're only a surviving samurai from the Mongolian invasion, but while you play your way through the main story as well as the secondary missions and events, your legend grows gradually, ultimately becoming the Ghost of Tsushima, which gives a great feeling of accomplishment. In this game, you can grind through and stick to the main story, and that will give you about 25 hours playtime. But you can also have more fun and do the full run, which means side missions, tasks, and everything the game has to offer, and you'll get about 45 hours of gameplay, which in turn will give you more bang for your buck. Now, not all is good and sound. Unfortunately, Ghost of Tsushima has a few minus points to consider as well, and we want to outline them for you. Lips and dialogue sync.
I didn't nurse you back to health, to watch you throw your life away.
Why did you save me?
I couldn't leave you to die. I need your help.
Lord Shimura can help our whole island. He's the only family I have left.
When you look at the sync between dialogue and the mouths of the characters, they're not properly synced on several occasions, which is definitely a minus, and truth to be told, we never expected this kind of fail from a Sony exclusive. The fact that lips fall behind the sound of dialogue takes a lot out of the game experience quality. Another minus that we want to point out is the fighting style. Even though this game's fighting style is indeed very good and very satisfactory, it is also true that it's nothing new. It has fighting style elements from other games, which is a bit disappointing given there is nothing new about it. And finally, some people might think the opposite about this particular minus. They might think it's actually a good thing, that it adds immersion to the gameplay and that it's good all in all. However, we think this is a minus and is no more than the lack of map interface along your travels in the game. Yes, developers decided to use the wind as your compass, so every time you feel a bit lost as to which direction your objective is, all you have to do is swipe up on your controller touchpad and the wind will blow in the direction you're supposed to go. We think it would have been cool if this was optional. If you could use a minimap or the wind system or both at will, then players could have the choice. Some gamers, like myself for instance, love a minimap of some sort to get the sense of direction, but I must say, to be fair, that it is only a very little minus. When you take all these big and small things into consideration, it makes it a lot easier to make an informed choice whether to buy this game or not. We, from this humble cave, think that this game is most definitely worth buying, and not just for playing, but enjoying all it has to offer. Take your time to complete all side stories and discover everything you can, because it's worth it. You'll get to see and get so much more from it that way than if you just grind through it. The pluses definitely outweigh the minuses, and though this game is far from perfect, it is another jewel from Sony. And that's all for now, my fellow gamers. All that's left to do now is to wish you happy gaming and enjoy. We hope you loved this video and we'll keep them coming. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your comments below. Your opinion is precious to us and will surely shape the content of future videos. Activate your notifications and you'll always be up to date with the Gaming Cave. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. We'll see you soon. Adios amigos.